name is Eder, and this is the All Nighter channel. Welcome to my top 10 extravaganza. So this year I got to play around 20 games, and it so happens that it works out pretty well. That means I get to make 2 lists instead of just one. The first list is obviously going to be the top 10 games of the year, and the other list is going to be the top 10 games that just didn't make it into the top 10 list. Full disclaimer, for this list, I didn't get to finish all the games in this list, but I feel like I played enough of them to make a judgment on them than ranking them. For every game that I talk about on this list, I'm going to be mentioning how much roughly, how much did I play of it, or did I just flat out finish it, and how many modes I played. I'll be pretty specific in as much as I can when I talk about a certain game. So why am I making this video right now and not just wait until January when I actually finished all these games or played more of them? Well, I'm going to be moving pretty soon to a new location, and I don't know how the whole situation with videos is going to be. So I wanted to get this out of the way because it's a very important video, I think, at least for this channel, at least for me. So let's get on with it. So number 10, we got Yooka-Laylee. This game brought to us from a few of the people I think that made Banjo-Kazooie, a studio called Playtonic, made in Unity. It's a 3D platformer, pretty much inspired by Banjo-Kazooie. It's got Banjo-Kazooie written all over this goddamn game. I didn't get to play Banjo-Kazooie growing up. I totally skipped on the Nintendo 64, so I have no nostalgia for this game's inspiration, which is obviously Banjo-Kazooie, like I mentioned. I did play some of it on the channel here, and that's my only reference, I guess, when it comes to, Banjo-Kazooie. So what little I did play of Banjo-Kazooie, I really liked. I love the personality. I think it holds up pretty well. I played it in the Rare collection on my Xbox, and I feel it does hold up really well. I wanted to play more of it, and I loved it. I mean, it holds up pretty well for a game that came out so many years ago, and it's just well made. Now, Yooka-Laylee is not that game. The controls are just so loose. It really, it baffles me how wrong this game is and how deceitful it really is, because it really does take a lot of, it just looks like Banjo-Kazooie, it just doesn't feel like it at all. It plays with people's perception of what it is, really. I couldn't walk in a straight line and just keep going forward, or just following a trail of, collectibles is really hard to do in this game. The controls are just so damn loose, so slippery. You even got the characters speaking in gibberish, just like Banjo-Kazooie. Sure, that's fine, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't work anymore. I feel like that was a great thing they did for the limitations at the time, but right now it's just annoying. I'm sorry. Maybe a kid can enjoy that kind of thing, but I don't. The design of the game, the look of the game, it looks fun, it looks colorful, it looks inviting. I know I'm pretty down on this game, and I'm really negative. It sounds like I'm pretty negative on it, but I think I wanted to keep going with this game, but with so many other great games out there, it just doesn't seem likely that I'll continue playing this game at all. Number 9, we got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Now, I normally stay away from ports or remakes or stuff like that, but I feel this game really deserved it for 2 reasons. One, like I said, in Yooka-Laylee, I skipped over, the PlayStation 1, the N64, that era of games. To me, it's a little, fuzzy because I played it, at either friends' houses or stuff like that. I never owned the consoles of that era. So I obviously didn't get to play a lot of Crash Bandicoot back in the day. I thought it was fun, what little I did play of it. But now this is, the time for me to play this game. With this remake, well, actually, yeah, it is a remake, I guess. That's, the terms are kind of weird at this point. So yeah, this game to me is kind of new, and also it just isn't just a straight out port. It's a completely, remake. It's just what we all kind of want for our classic games, you know, to be rebuilt and made new again. So why is this game so low on the list? Well, I think this game just doesn't hold up very well. The controls are fine. They're at least better than Yooka-Laylee. They control Crash Bandicoot controls really well, but I feel the level design is really hurts it. The level design, the camera just doesn't hold up very well. You just can't see where the hell you're going sometimes. It's kind of unfair, and I don't know, it's not as tight as something, you know, other games. I played all of Crash Bandicoot 1 and got pretty far into Crash Bandicoot 2. I probably needed only like 10 crystals or something, or 10 levels. And, you know, it's a bummer. I really wanted to like this game. I really wanted to, you know, see what all the commotion was. And this game sold very well even, I think. But it just doesn't hold up very well. I'm really sorry to all the Crash fans, but I feel like if you didn't play it back in the day, I feel like, because, you know, I have a friend who, you know, really loves Crash, and he enjoyed this game very well, and he plays it very well and everything, but for newcomers, it's really not that good. I'm really sorry about that. And I thought this was actually going to be that, like, you know, for newcomers to come in and, you know, demand for a new Crash. And actually, I actually do want a new Crash, because I want Crash back, you know, in a new game. I did play back in the day the Game Boy Advance one, and I really liked that one. And the first one that came out for the PlayStation 2, which was not made by Naughty Dog, I thought those two games were really fun. But this game, or at least these games, just, I don't know, they just don't hold up for me that well. Number 8, we got Destiny. I just got suckered into playing this game because a friend told me, you know, hey, we're gonna play and it's gonna be fun. And sure enough, we did play a couple times, but it's just a grind fest. It really is like the most meaningless shooter I've ever played. I don't care about the characters. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. You know, they have terms for it's like they changed the names of things. Like a strike is basically a level, but a mission, but like they don't use those terms. I don't think you ever read or hear anyone say in this game mission or level. Like they have these weird dumb names for simple things, and you're like, the fuck, just say the name of the thing, all right? But no, they want to be all original, you know, and blah blah blah. They want to do the whole lore thing. The story is dog shit. I mean, that's fine, whatever. I really don't need that for... Actually, no, yes, I do need that for a shooter, because you know, Destiny is made by Bungie, and I'm a big Halo fan, and I think Halo sometimes, you know, got monotonous and, you know, wasn't that good. You know, I'm a fan, but the story was, you know, at least the story was great for, you know, for what it is. I mean, it's fine in Halo. And the characters also, you know, like I remember the Sergeant guy, the, you know, Master Chief, Cortana, whatever. These are iconic characters now. But Destiny, I couldn't tell you jack shit about the story or the characters. I couldn't tell you anything about it. The one reason why this game is above Crash and Yooka-Laylee now is that the shooting is really fun. The shooting is awesome. So the most fun I had with this game was in the multiplayer. I did reach enough high level to do the highest, I think, thing you could do in the game, which is a raid with up to 6 people, I think. I did not get to do that because of, you know, scheduling and stuff like that, but I did reach that level. I reached the, not the highest level, but I did reach a pretty high level, enough to make a judgment call on this game. And I guess I did beat it. I beat the story. But really, this game doesn't have a beat in, like, you don't beat this game technically, I guess. You know, I could keep playing the multiplayer, I could do more stuff, but really, it's all meaningless. Fuck Destiny 2. Number 7, we got Sonic Forces. Now, I'm gonna take a little, you know, a different approach with this game, because I wrote a whole review on it. You know my feelings on it. The only thing I will say and change a little bit is that I was a little harsh in the review. Like, I don't take the score back at all. Like, I think the tone, you know, was like, it was frustration. And yes, this game is frustrating. The story's frustrating. The fact that classic Sonic sucks is frustrating. But, you know, I'm gonna try to look back at least the moments where I had a good time, which is with modern Sonic, and with the, you know, custom characters. Sometimes it was fun as well. There were some, you know, fun moments in here, especially, well, like I said, with modern Sonic, you know, blazing through a level, using the homing attack to beat a bunch of enemies, and, you know, collecting the red coins as well. That's kind of fun. You know, there's some fun stuff in this game. I'm not gonna lie about that. So I'm gonna try to look at the positive here, even though there's not that much. So I did beat this game. I wrote a review, like I said. I'm gonna link it, I guess, in the description, for you to, you know, see more of what I think about this game. So let's just get on with it. At least it's better than Destiny, you know. And I know you're probably thinking, holy shit, you think this is better than Crash Bandicoot? Well, at least, you know, like I said, modern Sonic is really fun, and so is the, you know, the custom character was a ton of fun as well. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry, this is how I feel about it. Number 6, we got Mass Effect Andromeda. Now this one, man, I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect. I played the first one. I played the second one, the third one. All of them on my 360, and all of them I was like, okay, the story was just so damn good. I imported my characters and did the whole shebang. Mass Effect Andromeda. It was a total letdown. I get it, you know, it's not as good as any of the first 3 games, but it is a very competent Mass Effect game. It's fun to play. I love the jumping mechanic. I know they added jumping. I love the dashing. I love the way my character moves. I love the shooting and the powers. I played as a Vanguard. It's just so fun to do the force dash thing. I forgot the name, but the one where you just like swoosh across the screen and, you know, you bash into a dude, and it's so much fun. It is fun to play. That's the thing. That's why it's above all, you know, the previous games. It's really fun to play. I haven't beaten it. Probably if I play the ending. A lot of people say the ending is really bad, but I mean, at least I had fun, you know. I'll probably say that if I do beat this game, because I think we've reached the point in this list that I think I do want to beat this game. I want to know the story, even though what little there is of it, I want to keep going. It's a fun Mass Effect game, like I said, and it's just, you know, the problem is that I don't care about any of the characters. This is the reverse of, I guess, let's say something like Mass Effect 1, where, you know, here I don't care about anything of the story. I just blaze through blah blah blah. Okay, get the speech, you know, I'll just, you know, talk to people and then pick something fast. And if they have extra things they want to talk about, fuck them. Just give me the mission, tell me where to go, who to fuck up, bam bam bam, let's do this. And that's why Mass Effect Andromeda, you know, I think it's an okay game, but, you know, it's just a story that I don't care anything about it. Number 5, Splatoon 2. Now this game is pretty interesting to me because it was actually in the top 10 list at one point, but I brought it back down because, you know, more games started coming out, or I just started playing more games that I actually really liked more than this one. But not just because of that, because, you know, I started seeing some things with the progression I didn't like. I did touch at least a little bit the single player. I played a couple levels, but then I noticed that it was basically the first game single player, just a little bit changed. It really didn't change anything from the first one in terms of the single player. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna jump into the multiplayer because I played barely nothing. Like, I just maybe leveled up twice in the first game in the multiplayer, and then I just dropped it. I don't know, I moved on. But this game I played a lot more. I know, you're probably seeing the footage and you're like, what a noob, he's just leveled like 14 or whatever. But believe me, I played a lot more of this multiplayer. It's just a very simplistic shooter that, you know, I can get behind. Number 4, we got Halo Wars 2. Now, like I said, I'm a big fan of Halo, and I'm an Xbox One owner, and really, this is all we got. I mean, we did get Forza, but I don't give a shit about racing games. I don't like them. But Halo Wars 2 was pretty much all we got here. And again, this game came out on the PC, but I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna play it on the console. But it was not the smart thing to do, but it was on sale or something, and I wanted a physical copy, you know, for nostalgia, whatever, blah, blah. It's a very fun game, don't get me wrong. I didn't play the original, but I also liked that this was actually taking place after Halo 5, which is the most recent Halo up at this point. So what is this game? This is a console real-time strategy game that you can play with the controller. It's very simplistic. There are only certain designated areas where you can build bases. The units, you can control them all with the controller. Obviously, there's a few commands you can do with the D-pad, the triggers, and the different buttons. But it's all very simple, really. It takes me back to the days of Dune for the Sega Genesis. I never played it on a PC. I did not have a PC at the time when Dune came out. So yeah, this game really reminds me of that old console RTS game that I played on the Genesis. Now this game I did beat because the story was pretty good. I got into it, and it's not that long, so I beat through it. I didn't play any of the multiplayer. There's some other co-op things you can do and stuff. But it's just a fun, simple strategy game. Like I like those kinds of games, and I know a lot of people like the big, complicated, StarCrafts of the world, and so many other strategy games. But I think the simplistic ones have a place, and they're there for me. They're really fun. Number 3, Nier Automata. Now, man, this one I might get a little ranty. I'm real sorry beforehand if I get a little ranty with it, but hear me out because I've got a story for you when it comes to this game. And also sorry to all the people who praise this game to no end, because I know a lot of people are probably gonna have this game as their top game of the year, or at the very least at the top 10 games of the year. But Nier Automata, to me, had a couple things going for it. Okay, first the good. All right, so Nier Automata. Okay, the combat is great. Okay, it's pretty good, but there's a big but there. It's not that good, honestly. I think the people who praise Nier Automata either didn't play Bayonetta or just don't like Bayonetta. I don't know. The combat is very similar to Bayonetta, to me at least. It involves a lot of dodging, hack and slash, moving around, avoiding enemy attacks right before they strike you. That's basically what triggers witch time in the Bayonetta games. And I love Bayonetta. I played it on the 360 originally, and then I bought the second one on the Wii U. I'm a big fan of that series, and I can't wait for part 3, by the way. Oh yeah, shit, yeah. But okay, Nier Automata, I think it's just a not that good Bayonetta in open world. When you give me a choice between open world and level structured games, I always go for the level structured one, because I think the experiences are just way more refined. I think game creators have that level of control of what happens in it. When you get open world, yeah, you get a big world, that's great, but then you're just walking around aimlessly looking for the next thing to do. Like, why bother with that shit? That's not to say open world is bad. I just feel like I like more level structured games. That's all I'm saying here. Nier Automata, I think, also got praised because, let's face it, come on, yeah. Anyone really? Yeah, of course, yes. Also, the story seems to be pretty interesting. I didn't get too far in it. I mean, the footage you're seeing is pretty much the latest thing I did in the game. So for those of you who know the game, what you're looking at in the footage, that's pretty much how far I got. It's probably not that far. I was told that also, like, the combat, I mentioned to someone that it was a little monotonous, and he told me, you know what, just keep going, and later you're going to be doing all these, combinations and stuff and this and that. And I thought, well, why would I change what I'm doing now? Because what I'm doing now really works. It gets the job done. So why would I ever want to change that? That's a problem with games sometimes. If they give you something that fucking works, like if you just press a button and you win, and the game gives it to you, all right, why are you not going to use it? That's it. And that's the game's problem. It's not my fault. It's the game's fault. So yeah, Nier Automata. Sadly, also, I played the PC. I was playing it on the PC, and if you're watching this and you're thinking about playing Nier Automata, do not buy the PC version. Play it on the PlayStation 4. I don't care if it's twice as much. Don't play it on the PC. We were promised a patch that fixes the frame rate, and right now, as of this video, there has been nothing. No patch, no nothing. The game still runs like ass on the PC. I don't have a monster rig. I mean, I've got a GTX 970, and it still doesn't run that well. I did download a fan patch that fixed it a little bit, but it crashes sometimes. Ever since I installed that, it crashes sometimes. It hasn't gotten to a point where like I lose a lot of progress, but I just think, all this hassle I couldn't comfortably, with this experience, I couldn't do two things. First, and obvious, I couldn't add it to the top 10 list. And second, I do not want to play the PlayStation 4 version. I don't think it's that good of a game that it warrants, a second purchase. And that's another thing. If I do a second purchase, that's rewarding these assholes for doing a PC, a bad PC port. So I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Nier Automata, it's not you, it's me. Well, actually, no, it's you. Number 2, we got Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. And again, kind of like Crash Bandicoot, this game is so obscure, at least for me. Originally, Sega Master System, remade for modern audiences, I guess. I mean, who had a goddamn Sega Master System, really? So this game is an action RPG, well, action platforming RPG that, it came out a while ago, like I said, on the Sega Master System, and these guys decided to just remake the game in really wonderful 2D art. It looks amazing. It's so good. But not only that, it pulls a Halo Master Chief Collection and lets you trigger between old and new graphics. The 8-bit graphics and then the hand-drawn beautiful 2D art. I love it. That's exactly what I thought. Growing up with these kinds of games, I totally imagined this is how games are gonna look. I thought this is the evolution, and it's like my dream come true of like how games would evolve. I thought games were gonna stay 2D all the time, but I guess 3D happened. But anyways, this game's pretty hard, and it's a very simple RPG. Really, it's more action-y. It just has RPG elements, like magic, HP, defense stats, and all kinds of stuff. You can buy new equipment, and you learn new abilities. You transform into different beasts. First you're a dragon, then you're a mouse, and that's all I found. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna unlock more of these, and that's the thing. I played very little of this game. I played, a couple hours maybe. I did play. Let's say I played like 3 hours maybe worth of this game, or 4. And what little I did play of it, I freaking loved it. It's, like I said, there's, it's at the, it's number 2 on this list. And a lot of these games, even I beat them, but I still feel so confident in this game that I think that it's, the second best runner-up of the year. I really do. It's a ton of fun. Not only can you switch between the old and new graphics, but you can also switch between old and new music. That's amazing. It took it one step further than the Master Chief Collection. It's just so cool, this game. I just can't believe it. I wish more, more games got this treatment. I know it's like super impossible, but hey, one can dream, right? It's just so fun. I love this game. The platforming is fine, normally when platformers or 2D action games go like kind of RPG, it feels like they're not that good platformers. They stick more to the RPG stuff, but this game is just all sorts of fun. So many cool new, it's weird how they, I thought the bosses or the enemies were gonna get repetitive, but no, every new area I uncover, it just has new enemy patterns. It's amazing what they do with so little. At number 1, here it is, Neo. This game is so freaking good. I really love it, and I can't believe it didn't make it in the top 10. I really didn't have any expectations for it. I really didn't, I wasn't looking at, previews or trailers or anything. I didn't know that much about this game. And at the time, right now it's on PC, but at the time I thought, okay, this is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. I really gotta get my hands on, because, a lot of people seem to really like it. The reviews are, were really positive and everything. And it totally deserves it. It's a really good game. It just has a few shortcomings, I think, so far, that I think oh man, this is because, well, also, this year was jam-packed with games. There's so many good games this year. So it really, it's only fair that, 10 other games are better than Neo, at least in my opinion. The combat is really good. It's kind of Ninja Gaiden light, because you don't really jump around and do flips and stuff like that. But the combat is slightly like Ninja Gaiden, and it's pretty much of Ninja Gaiden and Dark Souls, got together and did things. The story makes no goddamn sense, but really, like I said, it doesn't matter. If the gameplay is really good, if the gameplay is top notch, it doesn't matter. The story, who cares? It seems like with games, and me, it's like if the story's really good, it kind of compensates for the gameplay, and the other way around. The gameplay is really good, it compensates for the story. And this game clearly shows that you don't need a good story to make a really good game. I mean, there's tons of games that do that already. The point is, this game is really good. I love it. It does get a little frustrating at times, but that's the thing. It's like kind of Dark Souls in a way, that it's really hard. But, just 10 other great games came out this year, and I can't wait to tell you all about it on the next video. So there you have it. Those are the top 10 games that just didn't make it into the top 10 list. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think that I missed out on some games, or do some of these games deserve to be in the top 10? Remember to hit that like button if you like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified when the next video is going to come, because it's going to be the top 10, man. It's going to be the top 10 games of the year. I'll see you guys next time. Everyone, have a great night.